Alright, now that my audiobook is finished, it's time to get back to some justice.
What do you mean what do you mean a new volume just came out?
I just finished it! Almost. I could have done it was at this moment that he knew. Anyway. So, for the start of our bird side quest, to figure out where this new mafia person has gone to, since he rolls with Bane's gang, we have to break up a large gang fight. We have to actually break up a couple of these, so basically the whole gimmick with this side quest is expect a lot of opposition in each of these areas.
And again, we're playing on New Game Plus, so get ready for the fight of your life.
Well, I mean,
Just
it doesn't
means-
look like he has too much to worry about. It's like, the worst you have here is just some mooks with bats. None of them are armored or anything.
So far, I think I see an armored. No, man, no, I don't think it is. Yeah, he was just a normal guy. But yeah, definitely a good spot to try and build up your combo gain, and assuming you're still. Oh, do it with a knife. No, nice. Or if you're still working on that one tree of experience. Again, with New Game Plus, this is me on a save file where I've fortunately completed all of those trees. Those were very annoying. I don't know if they return in night or not.
I think they return at night, but I don't know if they're as restricted.
Okay.
Something I meant to ask earlier, or, maybe not so much ask earlier, but I just thought about it now. I figured maybe I should have asked this earlier. Does it ever get to a point where, like, when you're in a mob, like, it's kind of hard to tell, like, what sort of enemy variety you're dealing with?
I've been there. There he is. I've been there before where, like, it's very, like, especially with some of the color, I mean, okay, I'm about to say some of the color palettes, you'd say, what color palette? Yes. Given the very limited color palette, since they're trying to go for the grungy, dark, and grimy underbelly of society, I'd say that it can be very difficult to... There we go. Next gang fight. I can say it can be a little difficult to tell who's armored at a glance. I believe it'd be very helpful if they had maybe, like, some people who had, like... Break it up! Break it up!
Don't make me use my bat rifle.
It would definitely help if they had, like, a certain color palette. Because, like, especially when you're in this mode... unless there's something glowing yellow, that can help you, I guess, tell if someone has armor, but it can be a little difficult to tell if somebody's, like, a heavier dude that you would need to use a stun on right away.
Right. Because, that's kind of what I've always felt whenever I see footage of these games. It's like, sometimes it feels like the enemy variety isn't look as varied as it should be, for lack of a better word.
Well, I will say, as far as, like, what you were talking about, like, the heavier enemies, like, looking different, honestly, I feel like that might not be a big matter, because you could still be able to hit them regularly. It's just that you won't be able to, like... what am I trying to say? Like, when you hit, like, a bigger mook, it'll still, like, rack up your combo and whatnot, but it won't, like...
Sorry.
Oh, boy. But it won't, like, you know, like, actually knock him aside, like, if you hit a regular guy.
Sorry, bad feed was on the fritz.
The combo was so... good! That's it. I give you a foot to the face. I bequeath to you a boot to the head.
They're, like, more, like, on the shoulders. And the pits.
Okay. Okay, well, this guy is gonna get a boot to the head. Watch.
And one for Johnny in the wind.
Nope.
Okay, I aim for his back. Apologies. And another for Jenny in the whip.
Where's my lifetime supply of ice cream?
You told me it was going to be... Oh, I swear, sometimes it feels like he's just outright, like, just snapping their neck by stomping on it. Like
No, it's not his neck. It's just the collarbone.
Oh, that's very important to not have broken.
I mean, you can still live with a broken collarbone.
I suppose so.
Yeah, that's
Also,
the thing with
like-
Batman, is like, as long as it doesn't kill them, anything's on limits.
Yeah.
Also, I guess this bird cage is a calling card. I guess. Which stored cocaine.
Looks like they're heading to my alibi.
Also had industrial soap, the fiend.
Oh.
All right. So he's heading to a place that we'll be returning to a little bit later in a DLC, but the My Alibi, I guess, yeah, just bar. It's like that one place in Marvel. What was it? The hole in the wall, or the remember that place in Spider-Man where it was like that's where all the villains hung out, because that was
I
like,
know
their,
what
like,
you're
lab
talking
resort.
about, but I forget the name too. But I get the gist of what you're saying.
Basically, this is where they all like to hang out. It's basically just going to be a fight. I mean, you kind of... This game has one major hook with its gameplay, and that is the beat-em-up stuff, so...
Yep, the Rage Cage.
We fortunately don't have to worry about the racing stuff until next time around.
When the boss finds out about this, he will stay away if he values his life.
I mean, not for nothing, I wouldn't mind seeing a new Batman-themed kart racer at some point or another. Something that's actually playable for a change.
I could... I don't know how they could do it, but I mean, I could see myself... Get that concussion bomb in there.
Don't go right in front of it, you dipshit.
It doesn't affect me, it just affects them and all crap venom people. But, I mean, honestly, depending on how you pulled off, especially with how high-tech Batman has gotten in, like, recent stuff, I mean, I could see it being, like, a Sega Racers Transformed kind of deal. Go from driving the Batmobile to transforming to a Bat Jet to, like, fly around certain areas.
Batman All-Stars Racing Transformed.
I mean, let's be real here. I'm pretty sure WB Games could easily cover the bill to have like Sumo Digital make them a racing game.
Agreed.
I'm trying to think, like, have there been any other claims to fame Sumo Digital has aside from the racing games?
I wouldn't say outright claim to fame, but they've done a couple of them games for better or worse. Like they are responsible for the most recent Little Big Planet games, as well as they did Snake Pass a while back.
Oh, that's right, and I enjoyed that a lot. Especially because they set up that game with a freaking cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised they haven't made a sequel to that since.
I would be absolutely up for... Like, guys just sitting around like, just don't make eye contact, just don't make eye contact. I would be up for playing a Snake Pass sequel. Like, it's just something about the...
Snipers!
Snipers!
That's also another thing you have to worry about when you get to this part of Gotham.
But yeah, I guess on the topic of racers, the only reason I bring that up in the first place is because I do recall a long time ago, back when Season 4 of the animated series was still a thing, like, there was, like, a PS1 game that was supposed to be, like, you're primarily in the Batmobile, that is, more or less, or just vehicles in general, and, I mean, it seemed like an interesting idea on the surface, but the game, it controlled like gas.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Damn. Well, I mean, just, again, if they can pull that dream team together for something better. Also, I suppose actually, yeah, I think I got my timing mixed up a little bit, but that's fine, because that's right. Another big thing happens is, and yes, I do fix this recording thing, because it seems like, I think what was happening is that the further I go into a big session, the more it seems to start happening. Especially, I think I may have fixed it, actually. I think I also may have fixed it because it may have had something to do with how I was rendering the footage as it tried to apply anti-aliasing during, because as a quick heads up for what happens, the game usually runs perfectly fine on my computer, except then what I do is, because this happened back when I was doing Sly, I want to say Sly 2 is when it started happening at first, James, was, so whenever I import, whenever I import a game footage into Premiere and put it into a 60 frames per second timeline in order to make these 60 frames per second videos, sometimes whenever you're playing a game, there are times where, you know, things will slow down because of, you know, too much stuff on screen. Like it can't be guaranteed to be
Perfect.
a constant perfect 60 frames per second, and sometimes what has happened is that leads to the
Oops.
okay, I mulligan.
I forgot. I can't swim sometimes.
Anyway, what that led to was that sometimes the audio and video would get desynced because the audio assumed 60 frames per second footage, but the video would not follow that. So sometimes it would just slow down and couldn't catch back up. So I found a software called Handbrake, which I liked, which Handbrake tries to fill in the gaps and ensure that it's constantly 60 frames per second, doesn't make it go too fast, doesn't make it go too slow, while locking the audio and video frame by frame as best it can.
That's good.
So that we don't have that. But I think what happens sometimes here was... Oh, hello!
Oh, boy.
So I think what would happen, though, is that because I was trying to apply anti-aliasing and also... Again, I'm revising how I record things to hopefully make it better, upgrade my computer and whatnot. Sometimes, in order to ensure the audio and video remain synced, sometimes it leads to dead space or a frame being skipped in order to try and keep that, like, constant, and that's been what's happening with some of these videos lately, which I apologize. You lost your taser rule. You lost your taser privileges. Oh!
Ow!
You lost your cow. You lost your cow privileges. Wait, I own a cow.
Ow.
That cow. I think that's an actual Golden Age thing.
Bentley, we talked about this. Your words are hurtful when you call me things like that.
Oh, I wasn't saying. I wasn't telling that to you. I was telling that to Carmelita.
You say what?
Oh. she's there, like, she's right behind me still in the room, right? Isn't she? Yeah. I'm gonna see myself out. Everyone have a good Friday.
Actually, I just imagine it'd be like, no, actually, Bentley would try to save face. He wouldn't even say that. He just tried to save face. He says that. He goes,
Well, hey, Carmelita. Anyway, as I was saying, everything I just said is completely false.
You say that, I still love the idea of it, like, hey, Carmelita, like, just wide-eyed realizes what happened. Anyway, let's just add ourselves into Bane's hideout.
yeah.
Now that we've announced our entrance, and a lot of venom.
Yep.
Has there ever been a point where Batman just up and just kicks the door down and just goes yelling out, "Attention, scum! This is the Batman! If no anyone in the facility, yeah, pretty much."
Felicitations, ne'er-do-wells.
I am seeking new volunteer Anyway, and so the other thing we're learning is that we're learning that Bane has been experimenting with a new type of venom that would probably enhance his physical strength immensely, but lead to, like, memory loss and,
Something tells me that's foreshadowing for later.
No, it's now.
Huh?
We said the exact same thing to him that we said to the reporter. You just ran out of time, and he just connected the dots.
Oh.
Bane knows who we are.
God
Yep.
damn it.
So, yeah, I will, again, unfortunately Matt's not here to see it. Props to this for making Bane actually, like, smart enough to be, like, the one Batman villain who actually figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're immediately telling Alfred, you gotta get out of there right now. The supervillain knows where you are. But fortunately, since Bane is on such a personal vendetta himself, he hasn't bothered telling anybody else. So we're fine, as long as we can take care of Bane. But the issue with this next problem is that when we try to go back to the Batcave to, secure the place and make sure Alfred's alright, I believe it's after this part, after I do the glue grenade again. I'm not gonna do what I did the first time again.
Oops. Devil damn it, I went and did the thing I said I wasn't gonna do. I'm a horrible Batman.
But yeah, so what's happening there is, as we just now heard, is Firefly is now jeopardizing the entire Gotham Bridge with jetpacks, bombs, the whole shebang.
Yeah, because the thing is that, like, he doesn't know that we took care of Joker, so he's still trying to get that bounty on our head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, sucks to be him, I guess.
So let's see if we can read in on that frequency.
And if the cops try anything stupid, kill a few hostages.
Uh-oh.
Sure thing. And,
So if the cops try and approach them, they don't know that yet.
Not until the bat shows. We'll wait all night if we have to. That's $50 million.
Has Firefly appeared in any other TV show stuff?
Oh yeah, he's been in a few things. Like, I know he appears in the Bruce Timm universe. Like, I don't know if he appears in the animated series. I know he appears in Justice League. And I know he's also in The Batman as well.
Right. And they do still keep the whole, he's covered in burns and stuff, wears the suit to protect himself.
Yes.
I was about to say, Batman, did you not just say that Alfred's not safe in the Batcave?
Well, I guess he said, like, you're not safe at Wayne Manor, but now they're all kind of agreeing that he needs to, like, get out of there, or basically just hold yourself up in the Batcave, lock all the doors, and, just hide under the desk if need be.
I mean,
You guys are still talking?
Yeah, no, they're still, having their
I just
having
noticed
their
that,
night.
like, that one guy was actually walking your direction. I'm surprised he didn't see you.
He's like, oh, hey, Batman.
Batman!
Oh, what?
Turn around and see Bat!
That is still one of the best timed and, like, genuinely funny moments I've seen come out of freaking Arkham Knight. I can't imagine. Oh no, Gordon. I can't imagine how many times that took to actually get the AI and voice line to sync up like that. Anywho, I'm having a ball. So we're going to now, we're going to break into the bridge from below and climb our way up. And so welcome to the big set piece of our, you know, I guess third act, you could say, or second act?
I would
So
say
first
at
act
the end of the second act, because everything, like, oh boy.
Jesus.
Yeah, because yeah, because I guess you could say the first act was the hotel, and
I mean,
so
don't you just wish more flamethrowers had that kind of range?
seriously. So okay, so what we're doing is we're sending the bat plane on a remote fly to distract that dude, while so we can keep the Firefly distracted while we sneak in and take out the goons.
Literally just lure him like a literal fucking fly.
We've always said that these dudes have been creative. We never said that all of them
I
were
mean,
that smart.
Honestly, just to really rub it in, just have the Batmobile, like have the Batmobile lit up like neon or something.
I guess you could see that just like
Again, shoot.
I actually wonder if there's like a speed run trick or something where you can actually get in there and open the door before you trigger this, because it only locks it out. I think it only locks it out if you're in a combat encounter.
And you don't get into a combat.
Don't go to the light. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, and the combats technically don't start until the enemies actually see you. So.
Right. So it could have been like how I was able to sneak into Bane's hideout. Also, just the little scenario I love was the fact that I was being that guy while his friend was just frantically trying to reload as fast as possible. Like, oh, come on, put the magazine in.
He's a cop, Harvey. He'll do his job.
No, he's a SWAT dude who's kind of corrupt and wants to kill me. And
Send in your men. Firefly has the bridge rigged with explosives.
you gotta listen.
Show yourself.
You have a go.
No, Brandon.
No. Call them back.
I told him once. I told him 1,000 times.
Telling how many will die.
You're the reason those people are in danger. He's doing this for the bounty on your head. Give yourself up.
I'm going to bring in Firefly myself.
You have
Send
to
anyone
trust
else in
me.
until I tell you it's safe.
You'll stay the hell out of this. You hear me?
They're gonna be such good bros at the end of this.
Who saved your ass on multiple occasions?
That is
Objective
true.
complete. Warn him about the bombs.
That's close enough. I mean, good enough. I mean, you can't say I didn't try. Locum Guard, Coast Guard. Yay. Never change, Gordon. Keep
So I'm totally showing myself right now, Gordon.
Keep using the same decryption for all your security systems, and we'll have a nice, happy day.
Also, brother bro, I gotta tell you, I don't think the stash is gonna work in the long term.
I don't know. Wait, did the guy? I'm forgetting his actor's name. I'm so sorry. The guy in the Nolan trilogy, he had a mustache, didn't he? Or
I was just well, technically he's always had a mustache. I was just trying to make a joke.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying like he got the rid of the mustache. Like it was just one of those. Well, we'll have to agree to disagree.
I mean, I was about to say, like, think if he did follow up Batman on that. Like, think of the fucking ripple in time that would cause.
Yeah.
I genuinely would love if there was an actual like freaking Elseworld story of like. I would love if there was an actual Elseworld story where Batman shows up out of a time portal, or however the hell they try and bridge these things together in freaking Crisis on Infinite Earths. But he just shows up and finds Gotham, Metropolis, everywhere is just in complete ruin. He's like, "What happened?" Gordon shaved his mustache.
You see, because Gordon shaved his mustache, we now have 3 Jokers running around in Gotham.
And one of those Jokers looks like me!
I tried to tell him that going for the Brazilian wax was a bad idea. But he was more animal than man, Batman.
He was convinced that shaving off the stash would save his marriage, but no.
Not even the Creeper could compete with that.
So, unfortunately, these goons have also. I'll just also say right now, these goons have also been smart enough to say. Also,
jammers.
here also not only jammers, but eventually the I want to say the statues in the center of the area will end up becoming. Just stay right here. We'll end up having the bomb triggered on them, and whoops.
Oops.
So what happened there was
Bye.
what happened there is I have a perk that is actually okay. So it's only the ones on the inside. it's a perk that I'd honestly say can sometimes be more detrimental than helpful. It's a perk that sets it up so that if ever you put... It wasn't even the right guy. Basically, if you put down explosive gel in a stealth section, it will automatically trigger if anybody's next to it.
Oh yeah, the proximity detonator.
Which, again, I feel like can sometimes be a bit, like, more hassle than it's worth, especially if you're like me and trying to, like, set that up really quick, because then you'll just be right next to it.
Yeah,
as it
honestly, I
goes
have
off.
to agree. It's like, I can see how it would be handy, but I feel like that should have a toggle.
Correct. Yeah, I'd like that. So, we gotta start defusing these bombs because I want to say there are 3 of them or 4 of them.
Yeah,
on the
there's 3.
fridge?
Hold on, you say that there should be a toggle on that. Isn't that technically by default anyway?
Well, that's what we mean, like in the sense of like, toggle is in turn it off. Like if there was a way that you could like press a button and have it be like, okay, here's the proximity explosive gel, here is the normal explosive gel that I can do it remotely, because otherwise...
Yeah, basically, when you get the upgrade, it forces you to have that be like your permanent way to apply the gel.
Which can lead to awkward scenarios like what happened there.
So,
Again, it wasn't a make or break
I mean,
scenario, but...
I guess by that point, the obvious solution is don't get the fucking perk.
Yeah, honestly, that would have to be it. But I mean, like, how to put it?
Batman, what are you doing?
I freaked out. Oh, jeez. No, you didn't
Run!
see nothing. It's like, I thought I saw something. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm a
crap.
mi- oh, well, they saw you. Oh, never mind this crap.
Oh,
wait,
what?
that was the last
He's
one.
like, yeah, those last guys. Even he's like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this.
Fuck this. I'm out.
He genuinely had that moment of, whoop. Now, we're not done until I say we're done. 4. Okay, 4.
Oh, my bad.
Directly above us. The one right here.
In the bridge sublevel. And 1 more at each end of the bridge. Those are the big ones. That's all of them. I promise. Then I promise you a good night's sleep.
Oh, you know, that's really considerate.
Ow.
It's really considerate. No one's ever said that to me.
Well, he's certainly going to wake up with a broken jawline the next
Also,
next morning.
something you want to keep in mind when you're taking care of these.
These
Your
are now
timed.
timed ones. And you're
Shit.
going to have to solve multiple, in the upper right there, you have to solve multiple of these gates in order to pull it off.
I mean, you
So-
dealt with this stuff in Arkham Asylum. I think we'll be fine.
It actually, yeah, no, I'd say it's actually very generous.
Oh yeah, much
It's
more
just-
generous than the one in Asylum.
Just flail a little bit and remember what Firefly's whole shtick is.
At least you're not wearing wearing any fur, because it would look flammable.
Whoa.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Aw.
Oh,
Now then, let's try that again and go to the elevator.
You know, wouldn't that be some shit if one of the elemental masks was voiced by Kevin Conroy, while the other one, Pyro, was voiced by Mark Hamill?
which
I
one do you think
actually-
Kevin would voice?
I could see him.
I could see him being what's his face, the one that Jess Harnell voices.
Oh, Wawa?
Yeah.
I could see him being Wawa.
Oh no, wait, Wawa's the water one.
Sorry, you mean the?
No. Wawa. No. Wawa was
air dude?
That was Ernie. Fucking
guy.
the air guy. I forget. Like he has the most forgettable name of a lot of them.
I'll look
Yeah.
him up, but I was about to say the Rock guy. I could also see Kevin Conroy being, but then we
Rocco.
wouldn't be able to get. But then you wouldn't get to hear freaking Butthead.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Make like a chicken. Leave. You sound like an idiot if you say it the wrong way.
What you talking about, butthead?
It was Lolo,
Lola.
That's-
Okay.
which
You know, it's amazing that Lonnie Lowly is a name that you could remember better than that.
and that's right. And then I forget we talked about that, but then they appeared on Crash on the Run.
Yeah, they do. Well, like Crash on the Run seems to be like the game that bridges like almost all the Crash games as of late. I've noticed.
Well, the whole point of the game is to literally, take out dimensional interference, for lack of a better word.
There
Right.
we go. We saved Brandon because Brandon got himself kidnapped by the Firefly gang.
Never say
Kind of pathetic when you really think about it.
bounty.
And now we're telling them, hey, Black Mask was never behind this.
But I still got a score to settle with you.
No.
No, you don't.
You the rest of the night off.
Goodbye, Brandon, because I don't think he ever returns. Unless he is
Nope.
actually a mainstay, like, villain in the stuff.
I don't know if he returns at night. Like I know for a fact he's not in Asylum
Well, no-
or City.
But I mean, like, he's not like a notable, like, Batman character in general, right?
Not to my recollection.
Then yeah, goodbye, Brandon. So join us in the next part as we will be finishing up our business on this bridge.
I like Bullet better.